Thomas Bennett had learned that life rarely goes according to plan. At 52, he found himself raising his teenage son alone after his wife passed 3 years ago. The grief had been overwhelming, but he'd pushed through for Jake's sake. Their old Chevy truck rattled as they drove down the snow-covered county road that January morning. Beside him, Jake scrolled through his phone while their German Shepherd Duke panted happily in the back seat. "Dad, we're going to be late for my game," Jake complained. "We'll make it, son. Just relax." That's when Thomas saw her, a young woman in a wheelchair, stranded on the shoulder of the road, her white lace dress stark against the winter landscape. She was crying, her arms wrapped around herself against the cold. Thomas immediately pulled over. Jake looked up from his phone. "Dad, what are you doing?" "We don't have time." "We always have time to help someone in need," Thomas said firmly. "That's what your mother taught us." They approached carefully. The woman looked up, mascara streaming down her face. She couldn't have been more than 28 or 30. "Please, I need help," she said, her voice breaking. Thomas knelt beside her wheelchair. "What happened, miss?" "My name is Elena," she said, wiping her tears. "I was supposed to get married today. My fiancé left me here. He said he couldn't marry someone in a wheelchair, that I'd be too much of a burden." The cruelty of it hit Thomas hard. Jake stood there, suddenly forgetting about his basketball game. Duke trotted over and gently laid his head on Elena's lap. She touched the dog's fur and started crying harder. "Where do you need to go?" Thomas asked gently. "I don't know anymore. I have nowhere. My apartment was his. My car was his. Everything was supposed to change today." Thomas and Jake exchanged glances. The boy nodded slowly. "Come with us," Thomas said. "We'll figure this out together." They helped Elena into the truck, folding her wheelchair and securing it in the bed. Duke sat beside her, as if understanding she needed comfort. At Thomas's modest farmhouse, they brought Elena inside. The house wasn't fancy, just a simple 2-bedroom with worn furniture and family photos on the walls. Thomas made hot tea while Jake found warm blankets. "I'm so sorry to burden you," Elena said. "You're not a burden," Thomas replied. "You're a person who needs help. That's all that matters." Over the next few days, Elena stayed in Jake's room while he took the couch. She told him her story in pieces. She'd been in a car accident 2 years ago. Her fiancé had seemed supportive at first, but as the wedding approached, he'd grown distant and cruel. Thomas noticed how Elena's eyes lit up when she talked about her work. She'd been a financial consultant before the accident. She missed working, missed feeling useful. "You know," Thomas said one evening, "I've been trying to figure out the books for my carpentry business for months. Can't make sense of any of it. Would you mind taking a look?" Elena's face brightened. "Really? You'd trust me?" "Of course. You're clearly brilliant." Within 2 days, Elena had reorganized everything, found tax deductions Thomas didn't know existed, and created a system that actually made sense. She also started helping Jake with his college applications. "You should be charging people for this expertise," Thomas said, amazed. Elena smiled sadly. "Who would hire me now?" "Anyone smart enough to see past a wheelchair and recognize talent." 2 weeks passed. Elena became part of their little family. She taught Jake about financial planning. Duke refused to leave her side. Thomas found himself looking forward to their evening conversations, her laughter filling spaces that had been empty for too long. One evening, Elena received a phone call. She took it privately, and when she returned, her expression was serious. "Thomas, Jake, I need to tell you something. I haven't been completely honest with you." Thomas felt his stomach drop. "What is it?" "My full name is Elena Morrison. My family owns Morrison Industries. We have holdings across the country. I'm worth quite a bit of money." Jake's eyes widened. "Wait, Morrison Industries? The Morrison Industries?" Elena nodded. "I didn't tell you because I wanted to know if people could care about me, not my money. My ex-fiancé knew who I was. That's why he proposed. When I ended up in this wheelchair, he showed his true colors." Thomas sat down slowly. "Why are you telling us now?" "Because I trust you. Because you helped me when I was nothing but a stranger in a wedding dress on a winter road. You asked for nothing. You gave everything. She wheeled closer to Thomas. I want to do something for you both. Please, let me? Thomas shook his head. We didn't help you for a reward. I know. That's exactly why I want to help. Please, Thomas. After much discussion, Elena insisted on paying for Jake's entire college education. She also invested in Thomas's carpentry business, helping him expand into custom furniture design. But more than that, she stayed. Months passed. Elena became not just a friend but family. She and Thomas grew closer, their conversations lasting long into the night. Jake thrived, knowing his future was secure. One spring evening, as they sat on the porch watching Duke chase rabbits, Elena took Thomas's hand. You saved my life that day, she said softly, not just by stopping on the road. You saved me by showing me that kindness still exists, that my worth isn't determined by what I can or cannot do physically, that real love sees a person, not the limitations. Thomas squeezed her hand. You saved us too. You brought light back into this house. You gave Jake hope. You reminded me that life can surprise you with beautiful things when you least expect it. So what happens now? Elena asked. Thomas smiled. I guess we keep building this life together, one day at a time, if you'll have us. Elena's eyes filled with happy tears. I can't think of anything I'd want more. Duke barked his approval, and Jake opened the door. Are you guys going to kiss or what? Because this has been the longest build-up ever. They all laughed. And in that moment, on that porch, 3 broken people and 1 loyal dog became a whole family. Sometimes the best things in life come when you stop planning and simply choose kindness. When you help someone not because of what they can give you, but because it's the right thing to do. And sometimes, just sometimes, the person you save ends up saving you right back. If this story touched your heart, please like, share, and subscribe for more uplifting tales. Comment below and tell us about a time when a simple act of kindness changed your life. Your story might inspire someone else today.